All right, perfect. So I'm really excited tonight to present to all of you tonight's Quantum Wellness Wednesday. And as you always know, I love sharing with you topics, health topics that relate to the AO scan technology. So tonight's health topic is all about pets. We love our fur babies. We do so much for our fur babies. But did you know that you can use the AO scan health technology for your pet? Yes, you can. So let's go ahead and dive into what this is all about with my PowerPoint presentation. And here we go. Let's get started. Okay, so this is a picture of one of my fur baby friends. Can you all see my screen? Wait a minute. Let me just double check and make sure. I don't think I shared my screen. That's important. Let's see here. Share screen. There you go. That's much better. And I'll make sure that I share the sound. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is one of my fur babies. Um, he's actually a friend of mine's, and his name is Samson, and he's a big pit bull, but he's full of lots of love. And so I wanted to share my picture with him, and you can see it in his eyes. He's just so sweet. I love dogs. I love animals in general. I actually grew up on a farm, and we had chickens, 52 chickens, and my grandfather had horses, and we had cows and lots of fun little things just crawling around, and I didn't mind it a bit. I got very attached to them. So absolutely love and adore animals. And so tonight's presentation once again is all about our pets and the AO scan technology. Okay. So just to give you an overview, I'm sure you all have seen my videos from the past, but it, everything has a frequency. Okay. Our cells literally run off of a vibration or energy, and we measure that in frequencies or hertz. So, because everything has a frequency, that includes emotions, which actually stand for energy in motion. All of our cells and organs and glands and muscles all have a specific frequency. Plants have a frequency, semi-precious stones. And today we're talking about animals. They are living things. They have cells, organs, muscles, and tissues as well. So everything that has a frequency, it's important to make sure that those frequencies of all of those different parts of the body are in balance. If they're not imbalanced, then they can become inflamed, and inflammation leads to deterioration and eventually to disease. And that's the state of health, well, or dis-ease, not health, that we don't want to get our bodies into. So, is there a way to monitor the energetic state of our body to maintain health? Absolutely. You all already know I'm a big fan of the AO scanner, and that's what we're going to be discussing tonight. Is all about the scanner, but it's for our pets. So, we're going to be unlocking a new level of healthcare for our fur babies. You can see the scanner here, turning your cell phone into a biofeedback and frequency generator. So this is the world's premier all-in-one biofeedback scanner and frequency generator. Biofeedback, the definition, there's no needles that are needed, no blood, non-invasive technique of gaining greater awareness of many physiological functions of one's own body by using electronic or other instruments. And then the frequency generator aspect is a special purpose electrical device which creates a signal at a predetermined frequency for research purposes, looking into the body, researching into the body. And you can see here the picture that I displayed. This is from the actual AO scanner. Showing the scan being done on this particular pet. And this kind of technology, this all-in-one in one app technology is patented by Solex. So the AO Scan app provides customized frequencies to put back into balance the body. Again, there's no needles, no blood that's needed. It's non-invasive. You get accurate biofeedback reports. The frequency generated biofeedback is on a cellular phone, which shows imbalances months before blood tests. The software also offers cellular frequency optimization, customized supplement suggestions, customized frequency tones, customized frequency playlists, and customizable affirmations, of which is a beautiful thing for us to take a look at. So, what am I talking about for pets? Here's a really quick, short video that I'd like to share with all of you. And then we're going to actually hear from a fur baby lover and how she uses the scanner with her pets.
Have you ever wished you could talk to your pet? Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly what your pet is feeling, both physically and emotionally? Not only do they speak a different language, but animals also have natural instincts to mask their illnesses and ailments. Without expensive veterinary visits, we must play a guessing game when it comes to the health of our furry friends. Until now, introducing AO-Scan technology for pets. AO-Scan is the industry-leading biofrequency scanner that you can now use with your pets. AO Pet Scan was specifically designed to monitor your pet's health without having to spend hundreds of dollars or unnecessary veterinary visits. But how does it work? All cells have an ideal frequency level at which they vibrate, and our pets are no different. AO Pet Scan analyzes your pet's body to read which frequencies and emotions are out of balance. It then offers optimizing frequencies to gently nudge the out-of-range frequencies back into a balanced state. Immediately after the first scan, you can play harmonizing tones to align your pet's emotional state. After a few scans, you will be able to compare the data from your pet's report and begin to identify trends in those reports to determine changes needed in your pet's food, environment, and general lifestyle. You will also be able to see any big problems in your pet's scans that warrant a trip to the vet. AO Pet Scan provides peace of mind for you, the pet owner, and optimized health for your furry best friend. Try it today and give your pet the gift of a long and healthy life.
I love that video. It's just so happy. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and share with you. Let me stop my screen share. And I'm going to invite Kathy, if you could please share with us your own personal testimony of how you use the AO scanner. I know you have a couple pets, and I'm just going to hush up and let you share your story. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Temna. Yeah, so I was so excited about the AO scanner last year when it was first introduced to me that it could be used for not only me, my family, but also my animals. I've got 5 fur babies, 3 cats and 2 dogs. So it was really appealing that I could do something at home for them to take care of them. So unfortunately, I had a situation come up last May with my oldest kitty cat, who was 19 years old. I had to take her to the vet, and it was like a life or death type of situation. The vet essentially told me that either we can send her home, she might, go ahead and pass at home, or we can keep her here at the vet. So I opted to go ahead and keep her there at the vet, though they said it was a very slim chance that she might survive. So the whole time I was running her frequencies, I was running, the vitals, the body systems, the comprehensive scans. I was doing those a couple times a day. And then I was also making playlists for her. So I was running customized Seppi playlist, and I would do those for hours. And I would get calls from the vet with updates, and it was amazing. She was turning around, and like the vet was even surprised that she was turning around. But it was amazing too that everything correlated on the scans and what the vet said. So that, made it impressed me more. And I was like, oh, wow, this really does work. It's amazing what it can do for the animals. It's certainly going to do that for me too. So I still have my kitty cat. She's actually going to be 20 in March. Every morning I wake up and I do her scans. I usually do her scans before I even do my scans. So I'm there running her vitals, her comprehensive, her body systems report, and just, seeing what's in and out. And yeah, kind of keeping track of that from day to day, what she needs. And sometimes if she has a bad day, I'll see, okay, what are the scans showing today? And then I'll put together customized playlists that I'll play overnight because mom needs her sleep. So that's just been a blessing. I've also uploaded supplements into her supplement library. So my personal supplements that I have, like some probiotics, like some salmon oil, bone broth. And sometimes when I do her scan, her quick scan, it'll say that I need to give her something. So I give that to her. I've also uploaded the supplements from Solex. And I did get her a collar from Solex. So I'll imprint the frequencies onto the collar. I'll put that on her. She wears it. With my other fur babies, what I usually do is I'll put a Suffy dot that I've imprinted frequencies for whatever they need onto the inside of their collar, and they wear that collar. And it's great to see what it has done for my fur babies. It's cured, I don't want to say cured, but it's eased, taken away symptoms that I've seen, I guess you could say, such as coughing, sneezing, urination issues, behavior issues. So it's just been wonderful. I love having it.
I'm so excited. I'm happy for you. And you're the one that you almost that almost passed her name the name Bacardi. Doesn't he have boy, right? Little boy? It's a boy, right?
Little girl.
Little girl. Okay. Bacardi's little girl. Okay, doesn't she have diabetes and like a
Yes.
whole slew of things? So for her to be 19 and then last year, I remember working with you with her and to see her
Yeah.
turn around the way she did, and the vet was really impressed with that. So happy she's there. We love them dearly, and thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you.
Yes. Thanks, Temna.
You're welcome. Okay, so now I'm going to continue with my my presentation. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so whoop, nope, we already did that. Whoops, one sec. Okay, so now I wanted to let you hear from an expert. Here's a vet, Dr. Gursky, and just about a couple seconds of what he has to share, what he uses, how he uses the ADO scanner for horses. One sec. I know that I don't think I shared my screen. One sec. There we go. Okay.
So I always start.
There we go.
So I always start my examination with AO scan. I start with a complete history, just like any medical exam. I then go through a physical, do a complete physical on the animal. Of course, through the history, I found any complaints that we have, anything that's the animal may be presenting for. In my instance, it's usually horses, and then I scan the animal. So we have, within the scan, it will show a disturbance in the frequencies. And let's say we have a situation in the foot. In one case that I was recently working on, I had a horse that was chronic laminitic. And I was able to get about 85% sound with some shoeing techniques, medications, and steroid injections. But I couldn't get where I needed to be. There was bony changes. I was shoeing to the bony changes. I was doing everything radiographically through ultrasound and through my knowledge of the foot that was making it to where we should be 100% sound, and I couldn't get there. The AO scan showed me that this particular horse had some problems in the heel region, along with the chronic laminitis. That was not showing up on radiograph. It was not showing up any lesions on the navicular bone. Ultrasound did not show any lesions at the navicular bursa or with the deep digital flexor tendon. But I went ahead and added some podotrochleotic devices onto my laminitic shoe, and the horse became 100% sound. So the thing is real. The thing works out, and this is the way that I use it. I use it as another tool in my bag to make horses feel better.
I love it. That's such a great example to share. Okay. And now there's one other thing that I wanted to share, and that is they have, oh, well, actually, one sec, let me put this down here. Um, there's some other testimonials that were given to me, and these I will run through really quick. One in particular was there's a young lady that had a cat. Her name was Willow. She sounded like she had the flu, nasally congested, etc. She was not herself. So I remember that someone said they ran their pets as a regular person in the scan. So that's what she did. Less than an hour, she sounded healthier and was her happy self making biscuits. Another day, she was wild, like bat crazy. So I played her inner voice, and within 5 minutes, she found her bed and fell asleep. So these other testimonials, I'm not going to read them all tonight, just for the sake of time, but I will be posting the video, this presentation, so you can all take a look at them in your leisure time. And also, what I really appreciate too is Kathy gave us some of her Cephi frequency playlists that she used. So if you would like to take a look at those, that will also be obviously in this video. So thank you, Kathy. Okay. Okay. Another thing that Solex has to offer for pets is the Pets Plus, and it's an organic pet supplement. So again, this is just 30 seconds, real quick, but I just want to make sure everyone is informed as to what you can use non-invasively to support pet health.
Introducing Pets Plus by Solex, so you can give your best friend the health they deserve. Pets Plus is a dietary supplement that is easily added to your pet's food. It is an all-natural combination of enzymes derived from naturally occurring non-GMO lactic acid bacteria sources and beneficial yeast. What does that mean? Let me tell you. Pets Plus promotes fur and hair growth, cleanses and supports a healthy digestive tract, improves cholesterol, heart, and bone health, boosts immune system, aids in metabolism and cellular maintenance, promotes skin, nail, and eye health, regulates blood pressure, helps transmit nerve signals, and it's a great source of antioxidants. All these benefits are essential for optimizing your pet's health. Order yours today. We are positive you and your pet will love it.
Okay. So I thought that was a nice one to share. So when Kathy was talking about imprinting the frequencies, that may be a term that you're not familiar with, and I will actually show a demonstration of the AO app itself so you can see what that's all about. But she said she would imprint the frequencies onto the collar. So Solex has a collar that is an IonX negative ion pet collar, and it's infused with a unique blend of Cybin, a high intensity black tourmaline powders to create powerful negative ions, which helps to balance and calm the body, the energies. The tag also is imprintable, and the collar is imprintable. So you can actually imprint the frequencies from your AO scanner into the collar and have your fur baby wear that. So they have those wonderful frequencies supporting their energetic field. And that's a beautiful thing to have. So just wanted to share that with you all. And I also have a personal testimony with my little fur baby, and she's so little you can barely see her in the picture. But Nala always gets anxious when she travels. She's a 4 pound teacup Pomeranian Chihuahua mix, so she's always shaking and nervous, and everything makes her nervous. And I wasn't able to take her anywhere because she was always nervous. She would even get car sickness, and then eventually she would just throw up. So needless to say, I didn't want to, hurt and torture my little one. So I wouldn't really take her many places until I also got my Solex scanner, the app, and I created a frequency playlist, as you can see here, and it has frequencies to support inner peace, stress-free, anxiety, and grounding. So now when we do travel with Nala, I can play this playlist for her, and again, the frequencies will relax her. She doesn't throw up anymore. She's not shaking, and we can actually travel to different places. It was even tough to get her to the groomers, so I'm really excited to have that. So I'd like to demonstrate to you what we're talking about, and I'll share. This is the actual app that you have access to. You can get the app on any Android, iPhone, tablet, or as you can see, I'm sharing from my laptop screen. You just would simply Google app.aoscan.com, and then you have access to your app. You have to obviously have the subscription and you have access to your account. So once you have this, it's very simple. Up at the top, you can create your profile and then you add your pet's profile and that will attach to you as the owner. Once you do that, you have your pet information in there. You can run several different scans. One is the pet scan here under this category. And what that does is it will share with you the suggested supplements that may be useful for you to use with your pets. You also have access to the vital scan for pets. And with the vital scan, you can see here my demo client is the pet owner, and the target would be my demo dog. And in a few seconds of scanning, a complete report will be generated. And the report is nice because it'll share with you the balancing harmonics or the tones or the frequency tones that your pet needs to balance any emotional imbalances that they might have. So remember, everything has a frequency, including emotions. If those emotions are out of balance, the generated frequencies from the scan will put those emotions back into balance. Very, very therapeutic. The scanner also gives you the report in categories such as food sensitivities. You see it's very thorough. Also, plants, organic material, again, very thorough. It goes through different blood categories, lipids. You can see again, nice and detailed report, CBC, omegas, fatty acids, dog chakras. And chakras are an extension of the neuroendocrine system. But in this case, it's a dog chakra because the demo dog is a dog. If it was a cat, I would say the cat chakra or a horse or whatever it might be. Even a guinea pig. I have a client that has a guinea pig and they're using the scanner for that. Um, and it'll share with you what's out of balance and the meaning. So as you can see, even digestive function, inflammation, pancreas functionality, nutritional analysis, again, digestion, macro, micro minerals, vitamins, physical functionality, bones, cardiovascular, collagen, endocrine, eye health, immune system, kidney, liver, lung, reproductive, thyroid, toxins, heavy metals. So very, very great information, and it's just such a nice tool to keep track of the health of your fur babies. Okay. All right. So perfect. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And if you would like to purchase the subscription to the technology, it's very simple. Again, you cannot get the technology, you can't get the app from an app store. Instead, you do have to have someone that referred you to the company so that you have the access to the app. And by doing that, simply go to solexglobal.com. You can learn more about the app and the other things that Solex has to offer. And at the bottom, it will ask who was your referral. And you can just go ahead and put your affiliate referral name. If I'm the one that referred you to to Solex Global, if this is your first time hearing and I was the one that referred you, then naturally you would put my name or whoever referred you to this meeting today. That's who you want to put in there so that they have you, so that you are their referral. Okay. Okay. And then lastly, together, we can transform our lives and the lives of others. And I'm going to add the lives of your fur babies with Quantum Living by Solex. And that's what it's all about, is sharing about this amazing world of frequency, quantum medicine with the world so that we can feel better naturally. So thank you so much for sharing, for listening to this presentation. And does anyone have any specific questions about their fur babies? If there's anything you'd like for me to share and show with the AO app, or anything specific, or if you'd like to share a testimonial, if you've already used it, then that would be fine as well at this time. Okay,
I have a question.
sure.
The sacro sh shock sacro chakra, I believe,
The chakra, okay.
bud or the bud chakra. Um, have you have you had that on for your dog? I had that on my cat. I was just wondering,
Oh,
have you
okay.
had
Let's
any of
make
that?
sure I'm on the same page, so to speak, no pun intended.
Mhm.
Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so you want me, so we're in the vitals report for, in this case, a dog. And
Mhm.
your question is in regards to the chakras?
Yeah, it was a in the cat. It said for the dog here it says paw chakra, but for the cat it says bud chakra, and then it says sacral chakra. So is that what part of the body would that be
Okay.
for the
So,
sacral?
right. So the sacral chakra, sacral or sacrum is in the lower, so it's like it's where it's your lower back, and it's right in the center of your, kind of like where your, for lack of a better way to explain it right now, it's like where you're above your butt crack. It's like that whole flat diamond area.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sacral, like that's a sacrum itself. And then that whole pelvic girdle, you actually have the sacral chakra. That's the energetic extension of it. So it's part of that pelvic girdle. That's where the sacral
Okay.
is. Hmm.
So for a cat, it would be like maybe by her hind legs, like
Yes, in
on the.
the diagram, pretty much shows that area, and you can also Google to see it
Mm-hmm.
a bit more in detail. But yes,
Okay.
that all entails, yeah, that sacral area. Another nice thing is you do have the description.
Right.
So right here where it talks about the sacral chakra and what it affects,
Mm-hmm.
feelings and things like that. Okay, so that's a nice little resource for information. Okay,
So whether
okay,
it's underactive or overactive, that's where you'll see it in red, right?
that's correct. Yes.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
see, the idea is to currently see these different chakras, in this case, optimize. So
Mm-hmm.
first what happens is the scanner will scan. It does its biofeedback scan, and it lets you know what's out, what's in, what's low, underactive, or inflamed, or what have you. And that's what you're going to see right here as it's portrayed as the previous scan. And then in the current scan, this is where, after the biofeedback scan is done, frequencies are generated to put back into balance the frequencies that were out of balance. And so the goal is to have those frequencies be put back into balance and optimized, and the color would be green. Sometimes things fluctuate because, remember, it's frequencies, they change frequently because they're waves, and they're they're constantly going and moving, right? So things will change, and that's where each scan that you do, you can compare the reports. And if you see the same biomarker coming up as not being optimized, then, with a series of reports, that's what we call a pattern, seeing a pattern of a biomarker not being optimized. Then, yes, you need to address that area. And if you have some things that you're doing to help support the fur baby, fab. If you feel you need to go to the vet, then obviously that's where you can take that measure as well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
This
you're
is great.
welcome. Love it.
Mhm.
I love the tool. It's a great tool.
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone have any other questions?
I do.
Okay.
I don't know, it might apply to applies to the pets and for humans, but I was wondering, you said you could put the Cepheid disc or dot on the collar for the pet. But also I was wondering, is there a definite number of frequencies that can be used with the Cepheid dot?
So the gauge with pets, um, naturally, the idea is anytime you create a Cepheid dot, you really should make sure, first of all, that you don't have any frequencies that conflicted with each other. For instance, if you have if you have a frequency for relaxation, and then you might have a frequency for, say, energy, those two things aren't frequencies that you want to combine together. So you wouldn't want
Right.
to imprint those frequencies on a Cepheid dot. Now, as far as the number on a Cepheid dot for an animal, I like, for instance, with my little fur baby, because she's only 4 pounds, I only used in that playlist like four, and that was just for her specific condition. There could be like some of the other playlists that we saw previously. The playlist had 14, 15 different frequencies, but those fur babies had specific conditions that needed some support. And then as the pet feels better, you can just cut down on the number of frequencies for the pet. So you kind of gauge it, but on a Cepheid dot, again, you want to make sure that things complement each other and use good reasoning. I know for humans, you can use a frequency playlist, and like I do, and there's 15 different items on the playlist. But just be mindful of you don't want to overdo it based on their well, not really overdo it, but just want to make sure that the frequencies complement each other with the purpose. Okay.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
sounds good.
And thanks
Thank
for
you.
asking. All right, any other questions? Perfect. So just to, actually, I needed to share that with you. When we're talking Cephi, that part of the module is right down here. And when you click on it, um, you can create a custom playlist this is where you create the custom playlist of frequencies that you can either imprint those frequencies on an imprintable item like the tags, the collars, or you can imprint on a Cepheid dot, which is a small blue dot. And actually, I have one right here. Okay, so it's small, and like Kathy was saying, she puts it on the inside of the collar. I've seen some people put it, on the ankle. There's a on Solex Global's official YouTube. There's a nice video of a horse who was not feeling well. It was lame, and they would put the Cepheid dot on the horses around his ankle area, and the horse felt better. So you can use those imprintable items to imprint the frequencies on them and then have your pet wear them on the collar or on another place on their body. And you can also do what's called a broadcast. So remember, this is a frequency generator. So it generates the frequencies so you can broadcast those frequencies to the target. Okay, so that target would be your fur baby's name here. So you can broadcast those frequencies and they will target the pet, and in minutes you'll see a difference. Or if it's something a little bit more acute, like Kathy mentioned her pet Bacardi, then she kept it running for quite some time until she felt until her fur baby felt better. Okay, so there's a lot of things you can do on your own, DIY as the pet owner. And then if there's anything that you need to take your, you obviously make sure you take your pet to your vet if there's anything that is out of your hands. But one thing that I do appreciate, a lot of vets really enjoy having the scanner, the report as a resource and are impressed with it, like the doctor that you saw in the videos. So it's nice to see that. So, feel free when you do a scan, bring it to the vet and give them some insight. It may give them some insight as to what's going on with your pet so that they can give your pet the best care. Okay, perfect. All right, so if that's all the questions, and I think at this point, I'm going to stop recording.